Hey guys, so to start off this look, you're going to want to have a fully dry and clean face. Otherwise, the stars and tape are not going to stick to it. So I already dried mine off, and now I'm going to go in with these star stickers. And you can choose whatever size you want to put on. The big ones are a little bit more obvious from far away, so I would recommend those, but I just ran out of them, so I'm going to be using small ones. And I'm just picking them up with tweezers and placing them where I want them to be. Once you have the stars, then you're gonna go in with your tape and line it up in a zigzag pattern almost. Put it there. Then I'm going to go down a little bit from where that started. I'm gonna replace that because I don't like it. But you see, I'm leaving a little bit of space. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's a bit more obvious once you put the product on top of it. Then I'm going to go in with my white face paint. And I'm just spraying it to make it wet. And then take a cosmetic sponge. You can use the ones from like the dollar store or Meijer, or you can use what you use for foundation. It's up to you. And then I'm just gonna dab this on where I have all the stars and the tape to make a straight line. Put it over your nose, but don't go underneath it. If that makes any sense. So we also have to do the tape on the top. So if it starts getting really patchy like that, then you just spray a little bit more water and go over it. Make it more opaque. So then I'm gonna go back with the tape and place it where I want it. I'm going to just take from the end of my eyebrow into my hairline. It's just one straight line. So then I'm gonna use the white face paint and define that line again. So this is how it should look. You can see the tape. So once that part is done, then you're gonna go in with your black or dark blue eyeshadow. I'm using the Naked Smoky palette with the color Black Market, which is just right here. And then you're gonna go right along those lines that you made. And I recommend keeping the tape on because it makes it a sharper line. This part doesn't need to be perfect. Just make sure that it's dark on all of the edges, because later we're gonna go and blend in with a grayish color and then the galaxy, so you don't have to make it a perfect blended out line. I'm also putting this in my hairline to make sure that there aren't any white edges there either. Once you have those put on, then you can peel off your tape to reveal your straight lines. They're not very obvious on camera because it's kind of far away. So I'm gonna do the top. I would recommend avoiding your hair because, as you can probably guess, it's not the most comfortable pulling tape out of your hair. So I have a couple spots where I had to retape that have a little bit of white. So I'm just gonna go in with the brush and darken it up a little bit. Then I'm going to go back in with my Naked Smoky. Again, you can use whatever shadow you want, but I'm gonna use the color Password, which is just like a gray, and blend a little bit more on these edges with the same brush. done, then you're gonna go into your Aurora Lights palette from BH Cosmetics, and I'm gonna start with, this is a cheap e.l.f. brush. I don't know where it's from, but I'm gonna go in with the color Polar, which is just the light blue shade, and I'm just gonna start dotting this around. And this is where you just have to be creative in where you want to put the shadows. It doesn't really matter. It's not, you have to put this on your nose and this on your cheek. It's just where you think it looks best. So after I put down that blue, I'm gonna put a little bit on the side of my nose. That's where I like it. Then I'm gonna go in with Magical and Fluorescent, which are just these two pink shades right here. And I'm gonna drag that around as well. So then I'm gonna go with Prismatic, which is like a purple-ish shade, and kind of blend out those edges a little bit. And this shade is kind of purple, so you have to be careful and use it kind of sparingly. Otherwise you end up looking a little bit bruised, and we don't want to look like that. And with the color Vibrant, which is right next to those pink shades, and put it near the same spots that I put Prismatic, just a little bit different. And this is all just about blending. So I'm also going in with a couple different purple shades in the palette to try and blend a couple places. I like putting the purple on the top of my nose because I think it blends out pretty nicely. So using Borealis to blend a lot. Put a little dark there. And then I'm going back in with Polar, which is the light blue, and just blending out some of these spots to make them a little lighter. And go with Kaleidoscope, which is the top pink color, and lightening up some other spots as well, more closer to the pink. Edges. So it's going under here. And once you think you're good with the blending and the different colors, then you can peel off your star stickers to reveal it. So after you peel off the stars, then you can go in with your NYX liquid white liner and start drawing in dots and little stars. So I'm just trying to get a little bit of product off, and then I'm going to go in, just do a straight line, and then draw an X over it. These definitely don't have to be perfect. So then I'm just going to take the eyeliner and do a couple dots around, make them look like little stars. Get a little bit more eyeliner to do that one. And anywhere you feel like it's not, like there aren't enough white spots, just add a couple dots. You can add in stars later. And then up in this corner, I'm not putting too much because there's going to be a decal up there. Alright, so after that, you're gonna go in with your eyeshadow, and I'll show you that in a second. Alright, so for the eyes, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette. But you can use the Aurora Lights. I prefer to have a matte shade instead of a sparkling shade, but it doesn't really matter. You can choose what you want. So I'm just gonna go in with this dark blue navy-ish color And I'm gonna dip in and put that right on the outer crease. So you can also wet your brush to make it more pigmented. I'm going to use a dark purple color right here and put it right where that ends. So it looks very similar to that color. So once you have your purple on, then I'm using this like teal color right here on a different brush. I'm gonna use just a flat shader brush, and I'm gonna dip in and put it right on this inner corner where the purple did not reach. So then I'm gonna go in with this little eyeshadow brush into the Aurora Lights palette, and I'm going to dip into the color Fluorescent, and I'm just going to put that in the crease and try and make it as opaque as possible. Then I'm gonna go in with Gleaming, which is purple shade, and I'm going to blend that from where the purple was to a light blue. And I'm just gonna use a little bit of Borealis, which is a little bit darker of a purple, bring it in a little bit further because I want it more dark. Okay, then once you get here, you're gonna go in with Polar, which is the light blue, and put that right on your inner corner to highlight. Okay. So once you do that, then you're gonna move on to the lower lash line, which I'm just gonna use this small little brush, and I'm going to go in with the Fluorescent color and just drag that all along the bottom. Then I'm gonna go with Gleaming and put that right in the center. Just blend it towards that light blue shade. And that's all for that spot. Then I'm going to take some black eyeliner. I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and I'm just going to do a wing. So once you have that, you can do your eyebrows. I already have mine done. I'm going to take just a little blending brush. This one's the Morphe M441, but you can choose what you want. And I'm gonna dip into the color Magical, which is just the corner pink color. And I'm going to just blend it up to my eyebrow because it's a little bit of extra color. Right. Then I'm going to just do some mascara, and you can choose to put false lashes on if you want to. I'm not going to do it for this tutorial, but maybe you can use it for competitions. It's up to you. And then I'm just going to go with a little decal gem thing, and I'm just going to put it right here. And you can glue this on with eyelash glue. That's what I would recommend. So you just take it and you put it on the back and stick it down, and that's it. So that's how you get this makeup look. And it's a lot simpler than it looks. Thanks for watching.